In this video, we're going to discover tag creation. We're going to create a new attribute in our tank template. We're going to use an AF attribute substitution parameter and demonstrate automatic tag creation. A new pressure transducer has been installed on every tank at Velocity Terminals. We have to add a pressure attribute to the tanks in our AF structure. However, the pi points have not been created. Velocity Terminals would like you to use a meaningful naming convention for the pi points created as part of this project. They would like the names to be something like tank01.pressure.pv. Since our company has sites globally, it is better to use international units for pressure, so we're going to use bar. We're going to add an attribute to the tank template. We're going to call that pressure. Since we've created our categories, we're going to make it category of process variable. And again, we're going to use bar as our default unit of measure. We're going to select pi point as the data reference, and then click on Settings to configure it. When the window pops up, you'll see that the data server defaults to %server% for the substitution parameter. Under tag name, in order to match the level configuration, we can enter %element, %dot, %attribute, %. This is the default, and it will result in tank XX.pressure, where XX represents the tank number. In the future, as Velocity Terminal builds out additional sites, it may be necessary to include the site or location, which is represented as the string of information shown below, and that will result in, for example, Montreal-tankxx.pressure.pv. Since the tags have not been created, click Tag Creation. Currently, we're going to take the default settings associated with the tag creation. However, you can edit like the point source, instrument tag, location, codes, etc. Another possibility is you can import the settings of a working tag. Once this is completed, check in the tank template with the pressure attribute added. Now let's navigate back to our hierarchy. Elements, and then Elements, Montreal, Tank01, and then the attributes tag. What value is shown in the pressure attribute? Currently it shows pi point not found. So now let's create the pi point. We're going to right-click on Montreal and select Create or Update Data Reference. A window will indicate when the pi point creation is complete. Close the window. Refresh the data. Now what value is shown for the pressure attribute for any of the tanks? At this point, all tanks should show point created. Note, in this example, we took the default settings associated with pi point creation. As default, there is no configuration associating the pi point with any interface for data.